I'm all about beauty, business, and being a boss. This is my dream, and now is the time to step into my destiny. I'm Kyla, and this is my corner.
Good evening, and welcome to Kyla's Corner. I'm Kyla, and this is my corner. Happy spring, everyone. Spring is coming next week, so we're having spring break for all of the respective colleges around the country. My spring break was last week, which is why I had the two-part episode with my friend Ebony Expressions. Shout out to her and her YouTube channel. And I'm just going to tell you guys about how my spring break was. So I know a lot of college students love to go to Miami and Panama and all that great stuff for spring break, but I won't say it's unfortunate that I didn't have that opportunity, or I have yet to, because I had an amazing spring break last week. I jet set it. I was everywhere. I went everywhere, and I feel like I did everything. So I'm going to tell you all about that experience and, take you behind the scenes of some of the things that I did. So first, I left school, went home for a couple of days, and, spent time with my family, all that great stuff. Then left home and went to Indianapolis, Indiana for the NFL Combine. It was great. So basically, the Combine is like a tryout for college football players who are prospective into the NFL. But getting there was crazy, y'all. Okay, so my flight was at 1:45 p.m. Afternoon, regular flight time. Cool. Me and my mom are on our way to the airport, and it starts snowing. You guys know I'm from Michigan, and Michigan will give you spring, summer, fall, and winter in 10 minutes, all at the same time, back to back. So it was decent. It wasn't supposed to start snowing until later that day, so we thought it was going to be fine. Wrong. It starts snowing, but it was light, just flurries, nothing major. Still checked into the airport, went through security, all that great stuff. Get to the airport, board my flight, sitting on the plane. You see how frustrated I am? This shows my frustration because I can't even, y'all, okay. I'm on the plane, we're on the jet bridge. The pilot said, we're ready for takeoff. And we're like 2 or 3 in line to take off. I said, okay, I'm going to take a nap. I take a nap. I wake up. I looked out the windows, and I'm still on the ground. So I looked at the guy next to me. I said, excuse me, where are we? He said, oh, we're still in Detroit. And I looked at my phone, and it was like 4 o'clock. It's been 2 hours. Like, I don't understand. What happened? And they said because of the weather was crazy, they didn't want to fly. So we proceeded to wait for about another hour. Then the pilot took us back to the gate, de-gated us, we got off for them to tell us our flight was canceled. Y'all, the flight from Detroit to Indianapolis is only 38 minutes. And I've already been in Detroit's airport for like 4 hours. Needless to say, the flight attendant, well, not the flight attendant, but the person who helps at the front desk, at the bridge, at the gate attendant, there we go, the gate attendant. Okay, so the gate attendant, everyone's crowding around her like, hey, so what do we do next? Because our flight is canceled, right? She says, I don't know, check the Delta app, because it was Delta Airlines. By the way, I need to write them a nice letter. I forgot about that, but Delta, I'm coming for you because this was ridiculous. She didn't know what to do, so we went to the Delta app, looked for rescheduled flights. I had a flight rescheduled for 7 o'clock. First of all, that's kind of ridiculous because my flight was supposed to leave 6 hours prior, but cool. As long as I get there, that's all that matters. 7 o'clock flight gets rescheduled not once, twice, 3 times a lady. 4 times. 4 times. We did not leave Detroit's airport until about 9:30, and I got to Indianapolis at 10 o'clock at night when I was supposed to get there around 2:30. I missed the entire day of the Combine. I missed the welcome dinner for the journalists there. I missed everything, and I was heated. So it doesn't stop there. I get to the airport. Okay, guys, I was only going to be at Combine for 3 days. So I just took, like a rolling carry-on. But they made me check it at the jet bridge. Cool. I checked my bag with my clothes, my toiletries, etc., all that in it. For me to get to the airport, I'm waiting. The little cart is coming around at baggage claim, and they say that all of the luggage that came from Detroit was lost in transportation. So what do I do about clothes? All I had was the clothes on my back and my purse. That was it. They, apologize and tell us the bags are gonna get there within 24 hours. 24 hours? I have to go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at, 10 a.m. and it was already 10 at night. So, I pushed through. So the airlines told me there was nothing they could do, but there was a mall that was luckily connected to my hotel. Fine, I go to the mall the next day, but as soon as I get to the mall, I was about to check out at H&M. I get an email saying that my bags were delivered. Perfect, I can save my money. I called to confirm at my hotel. They told me they didn't have any bags for me. And I said, this is a joke. Okay, can we stop? Long story short, my bag got delivered to the wrong hotel. I had to go to the other hotel to get my bags, to get my clothes, to get changed, and get ready for that day. It was crazy, but I made it to Combine, and that was all that mattered. So here's a couple videos from Combine that I will show you guys, just a little behind-the-scenes type of experience. Hey guys, it's Kyla, and I am live at the NFL Combine. I can't wait to tell you all about my experience. It's going great so far, and stay tuned to hear more about this weekend.
Get them on through.
Couple short clips of the Combine experience. The NFL family was extremely welcoming. We got to, as you saw, help with autograph signings with NFL legends or former players. We helped with the Legends Lounge, and former players just, they got to relax and eat and listen to music and things of that nature. We helped with that behind the scenes. We helped some of the prospective players with the bench pressing, and it was a really great experience. I got to see behind the scenes of one of the NFL experiences, so I love that. Next, I went back home for a couple of days, spent time with my family. That was great. And then after that, I went to Kansas City, Missouri for the Big 12 conference. So I went from football to basketball. So yes, ESPN just had me all over the place for spring break, but it was great. Sports, hey, football, basketball, just whatever floats your boat, I guess, but that floated my boat, so it was okay. So I went to the Big 12, and I was on the digital media team. It was really great because it was a different experience because I've never really had the behind-the-scenes media experience with sporting events. I've only had see the sporting event, write a story about it, interview a player, and that was pretty much it. So this was very different. I loved it, though, and I'll show you guys a couple videos from that as well. I got to work the Jumbotron at the arena. That was great. I directed and moderated the social media posts. So when you go to a basketball or football event and you tweet with the hashtag for that event, I was moderating that. So I selected the social media posts that I thought were the best to actually appear on the Jumbotron. So that was great. I got to shadow a lady at the Big 12 named Christine, who was the host for all of the basketball games. So that was really cool. She was loving, caring, adorable. She was very open to me, and she was great. That was really fun. I got to moderate one of the social media contests that they had on Instagram, which was fun, and I got to do man on the street. So I went around the arena and just took pictures of any and everything, and the Big 12 posted it on their social media platforms. And last but not least, I got to live stream the players warming up and practicing before the games on the camera, and that also was portrayed on the Big 12 Twitter page. So overall, it was a phenomenal experience. I met some amazing people, great networking opportunities. I wouldn't trade that spring break for the world. It's been the best spring break thus far, and it was just really great. But enough of spring break. Even though you might be on it, I'm back to the grind. So when we come back, we will be talking about what's hot and what's not. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and here's what's hot versus what's not. First things first, So I am a writer and an editor for a website, a blog called themediabrew.com. Make sure you check it out. It's for one of my classes. It's really great. And we had a project the other day. I had to do something that was called a popcast, and it was kind of like a newscast, but it's a very short, minute and 30-second overview of some, trending topics or, what's going on in pop culture and the media, etc. So here's that video right here. What's up, y'all? I'm Kyla, and this is the Media Brew. The 03 Bonnie and Clyde are on the run again. Following the leaking of concert listings on Ticketmaster, the Carters officially announced that they will be kicking off their tour on June 6th in the UK. Jay said it himself, history in the making, part 2, and that's exactly what this will be. I'm Still in Love with You was a song that played in the background of the video that Queen Bee released on her Instagram account. I guess it's safe to say, nobody wins with the family feuds. You ready? Your bad teacher has announced to her students that she's hanging up her clipboard. That's right, Cameron Diaz is done with acting. Could it be that this Charlie's Angel is no longer using her wings to fly? Okay, factor check. That's chat. Cameron says the announcement was simply a joke, so it could be that she won't be hiding behind a mask, and we'll see Cameron back on the screen before we know it. O.J. Simpson is back in the spotlight 23 years after the murder of his ex-wife Nicole and her friend Ron Goldman. Not even a year after parole was granted for an armed robbery conviction, Fox aired a hypothetical confession featuring the man himself. Though it was taped 12 years ago, the black community is shocked as if the murders happened last week. Now, if the book, If I Did It, wasn't suspicious enough, this interview that OJ went through, he talked about gory details featuring that night, making it seem too realistic, making it even more difficult for viewers to stomach. Has the juice finally been leaked? Black Twitter spoke out about their disgust and disbelief that they've been deceived, but unlike OJ, it seems like they're no longer running back to his side. I'm Kyla, and this is the Media Brew. And this will be my transition into what's hot and what's not. So I'll talk about, a couple of the things that you just saw in that video. So first of all, what's hot? Actually, going back to spring break, the barbecue in Kansas City, it was hot too. But I ate too much of it because Kansas City is known for their barbecue. So if you go, make sure you go to this place. But don't eat barbecue every day because you'll get sick of it, because I don't want to see barbecue anymore. Anyway, so what else is hot in the media right now? First of all, Beyonce is going on tour again. On the run to I'm Ready, Ford Field, Detroit. I'm Coming For You, August the 13th. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be getting some. Hint, hint, Mom, Dad, I love you so much. But in addition to that, Black Panther was renewed for a second movie already. Black Panther 2, the sequel, the best. It's popping, okay? It's hot. Wakanda forever, y'all. I just talked about, if you guys missed my episode on positive representation when I talked about Black Panther and how amazing it was, make sure you check out that episode in my videos. Let's see what else is hot. Ava DuVernay, her movie with Oprah Winfrey, it's literally next to Black Panther in the box office. So let me get this straight. We have 2 black movies by 2 black directors that are number 1 and number 2 in the box office right now. How much, if you don't know what black excellence is, please let it be known that this is the definition of black excellence, and we can go up from here. We can only go up from here, honestly. It's great. Okay, and what's not hot? So, like I just talked about Black Panther, and it's hot. They just hit 1 billion internationally. Phenomenal. But what's not hot, they're trying to already say that they don't want Ryan Coogler, the producer and director of the first Black Panther, to not direct it for the second one. Excuse me? He just, 1 billion. 1 billion. Who did that? Him. What? He's not even 40 yet, and he did, y'all. And they said someone named J.J. Abrams to produce it, who, he's not Wakanda forever. So, and trust me, please do not misinterpret this. I don't have anything against non-minorities. But the problem is, this movie is for us, by us. Solange said it best. So we need to just, we don't, No, it's just that's not hot, okay? Next, Grownish. It's a cool show, you know, college life, all that stuff, spin-off of Blackish. Cool. In the most recent episode, the twins who are in the show, who are track stars, who are Zoe's best friends, they said a line. So, pause. So the episode was about how black women have a hard time getting men in college if they're at a PWI because white guys don't want them, black guys don't want them because they want white girls, and there's no in between, so they end up not in relationships for the most part in college. So they said, and I quote, "But if we were going to college just to meet guys, we would have gone to Howard or Clark." My HBCU experience is not focused on the fact that I want to meet guys here. And if it was, I need my 40,000 plus back times 3. Because clearly somewhere down the line, HBCUs have failed us. And another half of the time, HBCU men care nothing about themselves. And then the other portion of the time, the ratio here is so horrible. It's 10 plus women to 1 man. How are we all coming here looking for men if, so what is this, some type of weird polygamy type thing going on at HBCUs now? 13 women for 1 man? I don't think so. No. I'm just saying straight up to the producer, the director, the writers of Grownish, you did a great job with the show so far to a certain extent, but I just don't understand how you would throw shade at the institutions that were made for us when we didn't have anything else. I don't have anything against PWIs, against people who go to them, anything of the sort, but my problem comes in when, number one, the producer of Blackish and Grownish went to an HBCU. He went to Clark Atlanta, so how did you just come for your own alma mater? And clearly they gave you the tools to get where you are today. It's contradictory, but if you don't have anything nice to say about us, don't say it at all. You learned that in kindergarten, period. Anyway, what's not hot? O.J. Simpson, the lost confessions, the hypothetical confessions. If I did it, this is how I would have done it. O.J., just stay low-key. And the thing is, the black community, they were really rooting for him. They were really rooting for O.J., but the juice got spilled, and he made it apparent that this hypothetical confession wasn't necessarily hypothetical, and it freaks us all out. And like Charlamagne said on Twitter, this kind of, makes people want to go back and, think about those Jeopardy laws all over, double Jeopardy laws all over again, because you kind of you just confessed, brother. What? Anyway, that is all for what's hot and what's not. And when we come back, we will have Kyla's closing thoughts. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and here are Kyla's closing thoughts. Take every opportunity that you are granted and use it. Use it to the fullest. Live life to the fullest. Spring, summer, fall, winter break, whatever break it is, just make sure that you are taking advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you. And if you don't have a plethora of opportunities presented to you, make one. I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to, whether you're a journalist, a biologist, a chemist, psychology, whatever you want to do, you go after it. You do it, and you make that dream come true. Push it, make it go into fruition. You got it. Just know that you got it. Bro, sis, whoever you are, you got this. And your Kyla's Korner quote of the day is, "It's not who you are who holds you back. It's who you think you're not." Unknown. And your Kyla's Korner scripture of the day comes from Proverbs chapter 12, verse 11. "A hard worker has plenty of food, but a person who chases fantasies has no sense." So remember, chase your dreams. Go after what's yours. Don't let anyone take anything away from you that they did not give to you. Until next week, I hope you all stay blessed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. I'm halfway done through the season. Can you believe it? Believe it or not, I am. So don't forget, if you missed any videos, just loop back around, watch those, and I'll see you next week. Bye.